Hey, how's it going? Agoraphobe here. Welcome. What's up, everybody? Everybody, what is up? Tonight is the first night of what I'm going to start calling Stephen King's Saturday Night. I'm somewhat of a Stephen King fan. I like a lot of his film adaptations. Tonight is Firestarter from 1984, not the remake, the original by Mark Lester. Interesting story with that. John Carpenter was originally going to do Firestarter, but he thought it was a little too much, say, not like the book. So they talked to Mark Lester, which had wrote the screenplay for Class of 1984, which is a kick-ass film in my opinion. And he hired, let's see, what's that dude's name? Let's see, let me find out here. I had Stanley Mann. That's right. You know, getting older, the names elude me sometimes. And by the time Stanley Mann got done with it, the screenplay ended up being a lot like the book anyway. So I'm sure John Carpenter loved that shit, right? I'm sure by the time he seen the movie, Carpenter was like, "What the hell? I didn't do it because it wasn't like it." You know what I mean? So by the time they got done, it ended up like it ended up being a really kick-ass film. In my opinion, some people might shit on it, but I like it. I think it's cast really well. I think the screenplay is really well. I think it's well directed. Mark Lester does a really good job. Of course, Mark Lester did few different little things. I was reading up on him. It said something about he played Oliver in the 1968 Oliver Twist musical, something that I wasn't aware of. You know, what I mean, I guess I'm a little behind on my trivia. But yeah, tonight Drew Barrymore in a very early role for her. Of course, she had already been in ET and this and that. You see a lot of little people stuck in here. Dude from Amityville Tooth Possessions in here. You got David Keith. David Keith is a very underrated actor. I love his role as Annie McKee, her father. George C. Scott, legendary. Martin Sheen, legendary. We're gonna have a great time tonight. If anybody needs any time to get ready and just watch, let me know. Just stick your face in there and say, "Hey, I need some time, man." Other than that, we're gonna settle back here, get ready to do this. See some eyes in there. Let me know who's in there. Say hello, please, or say fuck off, whichever you prefer. We'll kick back here, get ready to do this shit. Oh, here, let me show you. Tonight we're gonna show the Scream Factory one. Because for some reason I have an all region player, right? Well, this one here, this is a region B or two. If you play the DVD, it's region two. And for some reason, even though I switched it over to region B or region two, it was still telling me I had the wrong region. I don't know if it's this problem with this new one I got. This is the odd, this is the odd company. It's a Plan B. I don't know too much about them, so I don't know if it's the company or if my all region players, taking a shit on me. Um, so I don't know. We're gonna get this going here in just a little bit. This Screen Factory kicks ass anyway. Really cool artwork. Of course, you got the OG artwork there. Drew Barrymore, I loved how she made her comeback. Of course, I did the watch of Scream the other night. It's kind of when she made her little comeback there. Did Charlie's Angels and all that kind of stuff. Next week, next week, next Saturday on the Stephen King watch, we're gonna be doing Cujo, the legendary, iconic, one of the queens of horror, Pete Wallace. The week after that, aha, the original Pet Cemetery. But we'll get into all that stuff later. When all this is said and done here, I'll let you know what I'm up to later on. Hope everybody's doing great on a Saturday night. If anybody missed my watch last night of Friday the three original Friday the 13th, go check it out. We had a great discussion. Um, Me and you guys, my friends, we had a great talk. Talked about a lot of things about Friday the 13th and everything else. So whoever missed that, go back and check that one out. I'm gonna get going here in just about a minute on Firestarter. So if you need any more time, let me know. I'm not sure where it's playing, where it is or isn't playing. Stephen King movies can be kind of iffy. But next week on Friday the 13th at 11 o'clock, I was going to keep my Friday the 13th series going at midnight, but since next Friday is Friday the 13th, we doing at 11 o'clock. My favorite Friday the 13th movie, Friday the 13th Part 2, will be at 11 o'clock next Friday night. Or here, you can check out this one. This is my padded German media book, Friday the 13th Part 2. Show you the back. This is of the Jason Hood. Of the bag Jason. Really excited for that. It's been a really nice time last night. Really enjoyed myself. See, I love doing this. Is my, I mean, I like showing my stuff off and everything, but this is my bread and butter. This is what I love to do, is these watches, because, you know, to me, you guys are my friends, and I love to do this. Love to have these conversations. This is where I have my fun. So, I'm going to get this going. I'm going to count down. I'm going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Mr. Blank here so I don't get flagged. Firestarter from 1984. Drew Barrymore, David Keith, George C. Scott, Martin Sheen. Well, Sheen's got a hell of a legacy, though. Love Martin Sheen, though. One I wanted to do also is Little Girl Lives Down the Lane, where he plays quite the pervert in that one, does a great job. He's always fantastic. I like Emilio Estevez, too. I'm not such a big fan of Charlie, as much as I am Emilio and Martin, but Emilio kind of stepped back and started doing stuff kind of behind the camera a little more than in front of. I think he kind of lost the acting bug. Oh, absolutely, man. That's what I was just talking about, Eric, man. I think David Keith is fantastic, especially in this role as the dad. I think he comes off really, really tender and really soft. I think he comes off like he really loves Charlie. You know what I mean? Um, he also came off really. He just plays anything great. If you remember him in Officer and Gentleman, um, if you remember David Keith in Officer and Gentleman, he came off like a dumb hillbilly, really good. You know what I mean? And you really felt for him. Oh yeah, Martin Sheen's great in everything. Do you remember him in Little Girl Lives Down the Lane? You know, the very young Jodie Foster. This scene here, this opening scene in the airport, you got the guy that let's see, where's this guy's name? See, I got Sersman. It's Zach Magner. He plays the kid or the guy that gets possessed and able to the possession. Hey Prism, how you doing, man? Thanks for stepping in. Also, Carrie TV movie of Angel Death. Yes, yeah, I forgot about that. Got nice little cameo type roles by Louise Fletcher and Art Carney in here too, man, as the older couple. Art Carney, of course, the legend from the Honeymooners, loved the Honeymooners, and Louise Fletcher, of course, Nurse Ratchet, and she was also in the original Flowers in the Attic. She plays a good bitch, Louise Fletcher does, but kind of out of character in this. She's not so bit, but she just got that feel to her. Louise Fletcher does. You just you never know what she's gonna come up with. You're never quite sure. Well, Drew Barrymore had it from day one, didn't she? She had it from day one. I think there's a lot of really good chemistry between her and David Keith in this too. Oh yeah, Locklear, yes. Oh yeah. I don't think we get enough of Heather Locklear in this. It was never really discussed, you know, the skill level of Heather Locklear. You know what I mean? I think she was a little underrated too. You know, anybody ever talks about Heather Locklear, they always get to talk about her looks or the fact that she was married to Tommy Lee. They never discuss, any kind of acting ability. It's always her marriage to Tommy Lee, or of course, remember she was in T.J. Hooker. She did a good job in that. William Shatner and Adrian Smith. I love this part here. Um, they really make their connection. It's one thing I had to lock with. It's never talked about, no matter what. We're about 4.5 minutes in the timestamp. That's one thing I never talked about Heather Locklear. No matter what role she's in, you notice she always has great chemistry, no matter who she's in a scene with or in a movie with. It's one thing that's never discussed about her. She's always got great chemistry with whoever she's in with. Oh, don't forget to give me a like, guys, if you could, please. My sirs, my sirs, and or miss. Look at this guy with this hippie beard, man. That kills. Heather's absolutely not. Heather Locklear she's really soft. You know what I mean? She just got this really soft demeanor to her. Her and Tommy Lee both talked about how she was just as wild and crazy as he was. I talked about how monsters Tommy Lee was, or her. She said, being a beast sometimes was her. She was the beast sometimes, and that's crazy considering Tommy Lee. But yeah, David Keith. David Keith just feels like somebody's husband or somebody's dad, doesn't he? Him and Drew Barrymore have really like you believe that David Keith and Drew Barrymore are father and daughter. That's my opinion. You really feel like they are. You got to go to the end of the earth for her. Shrink. Yep, everything will be fine. Goes to show you, don't be a guinea pig for anybody. Panic's voice is in the background, but these two are just kind of just connecting. You know what I mean? Copper cell fire. For 1,000 years. So I've loved you too. It'd nice if they could have gave us a little more of the relationship between them two. Oh, this guy's bleeding out the eyes and everything. It's like, did he claw at him? Was that the whole thing? Timestamp. Let me see if we get timestamp 8 minutes. Well, she's young here. What is she, like 8 years old here? Drew Barrymore. She's a couple years older than she was in ET, I do believe. She's about 5 in that, maybe. Dick Warlock, legendary stuntman Dick Warlock, of course, the guy that donned the Michael Myers mask in Halloween 2. Um, George Wilbur, who played Michael Myers in Halloween 4, is also in this. He's one of the stuntmen. And he's one of the orderlies. So you got two different. You got a Michael Myers from Halloween 2 and a Michael Myers from Halloween 4, both in this. Yeah, this is a De La Renta movie. You can always tell, when you got a De La Renta or you've got a particular director, producer, or whatever, tend to use a lot of the same cast or just a lot of the same crew, all that kind of thing. I don't know who's all seen the remake. I don't want to spoil or anything, but I watched the remake maybe about a year ago. It's not terrible. At least it didn't, at least it didn't pull a psycho and follow it scene for scene. I always respect that. You know what I mean, when it does its own thing. Love Halloween connection, Michael Myers, actor John Carpenter. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, John Carpenter, was set. They had a script and everything written. Was set to direct this, but he felt it was a little too much unlike the book, so he bowed out. And then when Mark Lester, like I said, did Fast 1984, came in to do it. He hired Stanley Mann, and by the time Stanley Mann got done writing the screenplay and they accepted it and decided to go with that screenplay, it ended up being, so much like the book that, I'm sure by the time he's seen it and checked it out, I'm sure John Carpenter was a little irritated because they ended up making it, pretty much what he wanted to do anyway. So Mr. Carpenter was like, well, look, man, what do you mean? I think it ended up good. I think it ended up quite good. It's a handy little trick, little power he's got. There's the guy from Amityville 2. This guy that plays Ronnie in Amityville 2. Amityville 2, The Possession. She just catches his damn feet on Carter. I remember watching this. Um, this came out when I was about 11 years old, so I probably seen it when I was about 12 first time. They played on HBO all the time. And then I watched it, of course, over the years. And then my 15-year-old, my son is getting ready to be 16. I showed it to him several years ago. I remember it was during the summer. He was probably 4 or 5. I remember me and him sitting and watching it together. And we really enjoyed it. He really enjoyed it. The music in his bat would have been cool. I mean, the music is kind of cool. The music is unique in this, I think. But yeah, yeah, that really would have been cool. Chuck Carpenter music in this movie, classic. Is the father and daughter who are running from the government want to exploit her. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You have a lot of different films, Fred, that do that. But what makes this effective and really good is the performances. Because I'll say it till it's worn out. Drew Barrymore has always been so good, and then David Keith is such an underrated actor. These two have such a chemistry. He feels like her dad. You know what I mean? Like you have no problem at all accepting that he is her father, and that he would go the ends of the earth for her. No problem at all. He does such a great job. And anybody that's ever seen Officer and Gentleman, you know, he's a really good actor. Why he didn't go further, I don't know. It's beyond me why he didn't why David Keith didn't become a much bigger actor. How's everybody this evening? How you doing tonight, prison? Fred? Everybody else? You guys having a nice Saturday night? Well, welcome to night one of the Stephen King Saturday nights that I'm starting up here. Like I said, I don't know if anybody's seen it, but next Saturday it'll be Cujo, the Queen, one of the queens of horror, the Great D. Wallace. Then the next one after, and then in 2 Saturdays from now, it will be the original Pet Cemetery. Oh, great, man. Great Saturday night. Any, anytime I can have part of the night hanging out with my family, my fiance, my son, and then spend the other part of the night, with you guys, my friends on here doing a watch of a great horror movie. I'm having a great time, man. Couldn't ask for much more. I fucking love doing these watches for you guys. I completely dig it. Completely. This is one of the joys of my life, just doing these things, man. I don't know if one of you guys know, but and of course I was talking about earlier. I don't know if anybody heard me or if you guys heard me, but of course next Friday will be Friday the 13th, and this is one of my German media books. Friday 13th part two next Friday at 11 o'clock. My favorite Friday. Also deciding Monday I'll be starting the Saul series. From there, sometime in the near future, blah blah blah. I got a stack here. I'm going to go through after the movie. So, oh, here's this flashback here. I said, how old was Drew Barrymore here, man? About 7 or so. I know she was 4 or 5 in ET. So I think it's a little strange. There's David Keith in a suit and a tie. You know what I mean? He feels more like a manual labor kind of guy. Chuck character pretending to be a guy suffering from PTSD in order to gain kind of like classic movie pattern where yeah. George Scott, man, he's chilling, man, chilling. You know, like to me between him and Brad Dourif, if those two people aren't in the Exorcist 3, Exorcist 3 is just garbage without them two, man. It's their performances that makes that fucking go. Those two in it is absolutely awesome. I don't care anybody says the Exorcist 3 is awesome, and it's because of them two. I mean, it's got other good people, but those two is what makes it fit. She's 9 in this, really. That made her what 6 or 7 in ET, probably. Yeah, it was probably made about 3 years before. 81, 82, it's 81, 82 ET is, I think. When he comes in, oh my God, can you imagine? Come in, see shit knocked over, you see there's a struggle, your kid's gone, you look around. This when you find your wife all tucked up in somewhere dead. Oh my God, man. Make you just want to grab somebody and twist the damn head off. You know, somebody come in your home and hurt your family. That's just like the ultimate taboo. You know, you just don't go in somebody's home and hurt their family. You just don't do that. Ultimate taboo. That timestamp, almost 20 minutes. She was 9. She was probably 8 when they were shooting. Okay, yeah. That makes more sense. I thought she looked a little younger. You know, when you're that age, you know what I mean? The age really shows on you. Each year is, you know, very prudent, very obvious. Hey, Todd, how you doing, man? Welcome, welcome, man. Three, but well, it's telling me, but yeah, based on Legion was yeah, sure, it sure was, but I mean, the problems that it does have is little things like throwing in the exorcism and things like that. The studio insisted on simply because it was part of the Exorcist franchise. However, little things that was what it was supposed to be, little things that Friedkin, you know, not Friedkin, but Blatty, you know, made it what it was supposed to be. In that way, it was great, you know, and performances, like I said, by Brad Dourif, George C. Scott's always great. You know what I mean? That's what I'm referring to. It came out a hell of a lot more than what it could have. I mean, it could have been extras to the beginning. You know what I mean? I love this party. Come to get his kid. You're blind. That's a hell of a power. Timestamp 21 minutes. You killed my wife, son of a bitch. You're blind. My eyes, my eyes. Killing motherfucker's house and start fucking with your family. I would do more than blind him. I'd do a hell of a lot more than blind the motherfucker. Time I was done, he'd wish he was just blind. Coming to my home and hurt my family. And then they've been on the run ever since then. These bastards trying to get Charlie. Couldn't find out they don't want Charlie. Cool. Yeah. It's a light, man. I got the ring light, and you know, I've been going less dark. See, I didn't really know that. I don't I don't watch my streams back. I never really have. I've never watched myself, so I didn't know, and no one told me that I was being pixelated. So once I actually seen it, I was like, uh, so I got this light, and here I am. But you know, it's not really about like I say, it's not really about that. It's about hanging out with friends and having a good time and just watching the movie together and that kind of shit. That's what I shoot for on here. Is hanging out with you guys, enjoying a film, and discussing a film. But I'm glad it looks good, Prism. Thank you. Here we go. It's when we first see Martin Sheen and George C. Scott. Martin Sheen's good, isn't he? And George C. Scott, I mean, really. Especially when it fills on that eye patch. That's nasty. Here's his doctor. comes and tries to tell him. You know what I mean? This is when you really get the idea. I mean, the first scene you see George C. Scott in, you realize he's a sadistic motherfucker. John, yeah, John Rainbird. Well, they constitute a great threat, all right. The shop, the hell of a name, man. Yeah, that's all that's all I asked her, to give anybody, you know what I mean, just a place to come, watch a movie together, and just have a good time, and hopefully that's what we have, you know. Hopefully that's what you're able to do is just come here with me, watch a movie, and have fun. Hopefully you have fun when you come over to my channel. As long as that's happening, I'm happy because I have a great time with you. I had a fantastic time last night with Friday the 13th. That was a good one. Last few especially, I think. They said starting the Saw franchise Monday night. Um, Tuesday morning we should have me and Night Watch should have out in Horror for All, a new episode of In Horror for All. I'm really excited about that show too. And on the days that we don't have that out, I'm looking to put out my own horror news talk show type thing. So when we can't put that out, I'm gonna put my own thing out. All right, man. That'll work, man. That's cool. Always a lot of fun. Cool. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. Have a good sleep. Um, check out, watch back the replay. Have a good one. Imagine being this actor here. It happened. Having to share a scene with Martin Sheen and George C. Scott wouldn't be the easiest thing in the world. I'm thinking about it from an actor's point of view. Talk about a lot of pressure. Creating a nuclear explosion. That's the power they're talking about. She has. If she can muster up enough power that would rival or surpass a nuclear explosion. And this is who they want to catch and fuck with. They're wanting her to be they're wanting her to be their own little weapon. That's crazy. You could train this. See, he's just crazy. Yeah. $28. But it's running about. They're having to steal money out of a phone booth and everything else because they can't stop long enough to actually get a job and actually get anything solid. Poor kid, she can't be a child. Oh, It's Art Carney, the great Art Carney. Ed Norton. Norton. Anybody remember that comic routine from Eddie Murphy? Eddie Murphy Raw. Norton. Where he did the honeymooners or the honeymooners routine. That was pretty funny. Yeah, Carney's a legend. And then we get there, we find out that his wife's being played by Louise Fletcher. Of course, played Nurse Ratched in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And the mother slash grandmother in Flowers in the Attic. She always plays the greatest bitch. And she got a flash of that bitch in this too. You know, she's not playing a bitch, but you can just see it in her in this too. I just watched a movie the other day. Um, man, called had Art Carney. Called Defiance, and it stars Jan Michael Vincent, and it's where he's a sailor. You know what I mean? He works on big ships, and they dock, and he don't have any work for a while, so he has to stay, you know, in some little, you know, rundown neighborhood in New York City. It's made in the late 70s. Well, he has to get a little job, you know, he has to stay there for a little while until, you know, until his ship, you know, takes off to, you know, go to the next place. Well, in this neighborhood, this street gang runs it. And they, you know, they get in there and they see he's the new guy. They try to mess with him and bully him. Well, Art Carney is one of the people that owns one of the little shops around there that the street gang, you know, runs through and, you know, kind of holds up and runs and takes money from on a regular basis. Jed Michael Vincent is, you know, he's like the hero, the protagonist of the movie. It's a pretty good show. If you like get the chance, check it out. It's called Defiance. It's made in the late 70s. Like I said, Art Carney is just kind of like, you know, the overall. It's got the dude in it. From The Godfather. He's in it. A few different. Yeah, there's an old couple that just wants to help. Louise Fletcher gives him a look like who the hell? It's probably their first real actual meal in weeks. Drew Barrymore did this, and she did a movie called, of course, E.T. She did a movie called Reconcilable Differences with Shelley Long and Ryan O'Neal and few different little things. And then she did Far From Home or whatever. And she was gone for a little bit until she did Scream, Poison Ivy, and then she did, you know, and then she did Scream, made her comeback in Charlie's Angels and 51st Dates and stuff like that. Kind of taking a break again now, I think. Hadn't done anything in a minute, but she's always good. You know, she has been since day one. All we do is keep does anything. Pretty sure he's still alive. Hey, if you're still there, Fred, is David Keith still alive? Pretty sure he is. I know Art Carney's gone. Louise Fletcher might be gone too. Of course, I haven't heard anything about Louise Fletcher dying. She might still be alive. Oh yeah, he thinks that he's the father, and he just kind of snatched her from her mom and took off. it'll think for a minute that these people have like powers. Now he's explaining to him what's going on. This kind of reminds me of this place that they have out here in the middle of nowhere. In this scene, kind of reminds me of that scene in the first Wolverine movie with the old couple that takes Logan in. You know, when he breaks the sink and ends up with his motorcycle and all that. This is almost the exact same thing as the Wolverine scene. Uh, and she not only can start fires, she's psychic too. Like she can see shit. She knows they're coming. That's right. Too late. Oh hell, this it's melting the butter and everything. Like, oh my god. This is a kick ass scene here. This is a good one. If you guys watching this or if you guys check in here, we're 36 minutes. This when she's getting ready to fuck some people up on the on the out on the farm here. If I do something bad, will you still love me? Gives her a big hug because she knows she's gonna have to do something. It's a great dynamic between those two in this thing. My man's got some balls. He's like, I'll stand with you. She's like, no, I'll take care of it. She just kind of walks away like, I've had to fuck him up before. Don't. I love this. All these fucking guys come out here. It's pathetic, man. Think they're gonna come up here and bowling and grab and snatch somebody. They think. Hi, Charlie. You don't have to run anymore. I can't do. See, that's what's fucked up, man. Yeah, he knows they want her, and they, they're gonna get rid of him. Or it comes out with his rifle. Motherfucker, this is my property. I want to shoot somebody. Clenches his fist, and the hair starts going. I haven't seen this in a minute. Like she switches off to somebody else who does the shit. They're just gonna grab him up and shit. Shoot the old man on his own porch. Really tells you what Stephen King thinks about the government. She just giving him just a taste. She just starting this little fires right now. Get you on fire. Just get you on fire. Just let you know. Damn, his whole body's on fire now. He just burning the fuck up. Boom. Boom. I'll check this out, man. Almost 40 minutes. Check this out. Boom. A series sequel that revolves around Charlie in her 30s. Yeah, I remember something about that. Hell yeah. She's fucking them up. They're running now. These same guys that come up there all badass on her, they're taking off now. Boom! It killed every one of these motherfuckers. Boom! You see fucking shit going and shit. They was talking about how they ended up getting a hell of a deal on this. They ended up paying like $1 million for it. It was all said and done. They got like one car left. They're all gonna pack it, take off. I they just shot dude on his own fork, man. Destroyed his land. Alrighty. It's a strange role for Louise Fletcher. So she's usually the like supreme fucking just asshole. Here she's just some woman, you know. Well, please take the Jeep. Just get away. Just go. Nice Jeep. Nice Jeep. Yeah. Who is that? Do I know who that is? Who are you, man? I can't read that language. You bought me, man. Yeah. Bought me? Yeah, you bought me. Are you? Not speaking a language I know, so something. This place I hear just river or lake or whatever. Yeah, it's like a lake. Reminds me of the place I used to go when I was a kid. I spoke the other night about the place that me and my first love went to. You know, the chick that I went to prom with way back in 1991. That's the same place I went to as a child. Place here in Indiana, over by a little town called Warsaw, Indiana. A place called Hill Lake. It reminds me, even the Cabicon looks like it. Got the little setting, little country, little cozy setting. Got the wood drain in there and a little fireplace. It's just cozy looking. It's homey looking. Makes you wonder how George C. Scott finds them, man. Of course, you got the government involved. Funny, I always use physical media for this. I've never had a problem. Never had a problem with just freezing or nothing like that. I'm not sure what I'll do when that happens. Anybody in the chat that's never seen Firestarter? Has everybody seen the remake? And what did you think of the remake? It came out what, about a year and a half ago. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. This when George C. Scott kills that dog. He's got that where he hits and throws your nose up into your brain. He knows how to do it just right. You're like, oh shit, oh. Knows how to do it just right. Like DGB or something. Special forces or some shit. The original, but I haven't seen the remake yet. The remake's not bad, man. I mean, like I said earlier, at least it's not at least it's not stealing off this one. You know what I mean? Damn, come on, man. Damn, yeah. At least it's not. At least it didn't take off this one. It's completely different. It's got its own flavor. You know what I mean? Not nearly as good, in my opinion, but how many remakes are? It's funny. George C. Scott. Basically, George C. Scott. He liked to drink a lot. But they also said, like in the making of Extras 3, I did watch Extras 3 a long while back, several months ago. They said that in the making of Extras 3, that the, there was never anything or any time that he had to do more than one take. Everything was one take. Everything. Every take in that he was in was one take. That's crazy. That's unheard of. Just think about what that movie would have been like to make if it was made by Kubrick, because Kubrick, it didn't matter what kind of performance you put on. You know, there was never anything one take with Kubrick. There was always 60, 70, 80 takes with him, and he may take you 85 takes and then use take two. You know, I'm not sure how he would have worked out with. Imagine George C. Scott and Kubrick. I do miss Kubrick's movies. So this guy bought me, man. We need to get rid of this because they know I can't read that. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. You could go even as far as cutting off the mail. Damn. You done garrote his ass with the fucking spark plug wires. Left him dead. Thank you. I see you. I love that cabin, man. Down below, you see the two spots where you park the boats. You just take the boats right in there. It's like the rod. It's got three doors that lift up. I love that kind of shit. Really just, yeah, they really discuss too much on whether George, but I do believe that they referred to George C. Scott being in special forces. I missed it. It's been a while, but I do believe that's what he said. Yeah, pretty much. It's the problem when you're on from government. You can't even go into town and get groceries. They're gonna find you. I mean, you go to hide out. You gotta hide out. You gotta stay there. You can't pop out whether you're in public at all. You gotta stay hidden. The time you show your face, somebody, law person's gonna see it. Yeah, I watched that Firestarter rekindled, and I did not like that at all. Got that movie. Yeah, I got that right here. Where is that? Uh, yeah, here it is. Yeah, yeah. Firestarter two rekindled. I did not like that movie. That movie seemed like, man, it seemed like it was 3 or 4 hours long. I didn't like the girl playing Charlie or anything. It just did not fit something. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah. You come up where I could see you. No, you just gotta put you both to sleep so you don't gotta deal with you. Oh, just naturally tried to drag her away. I mean, he wouldn't have made it because because he's got a hell of a scope on that, but that would have been the only way he could have got away with it. They're all over. Tons of them. They're caught. Finally caught them. Finally caught them. Man, now we're getting to the nitty gritty of the movie. Now we're getting into really good shit. 54 minutes, 54 and a half minutes. But what's his fascination? George C. Scott's this character, this John Rainbird, his fascination with her goes beyond. It goes to the point of kind of creepy, really. It goes to the point of kind of weird. I haven't seen the orderly yet. That's it's George Wilbur from Halloween 4. He's supposed to be one of these orderlies. Something I checked out and found out earlier. Something I didn't know until now. This dude played Michael Myers in Halloween 4 is one of these orderlies. No, there's no win. Nope, no windows. They got you drugs so you can't use your powers. Drug you some more. There's Moses Gunn. He's a really good actor. He of course was in Prince of Darkness. I believe that's yeah, that's him. Prince of Darkness. Yeah. Uh, she pissed too. She had little slippers. Shit, it's like shitty motherfucker. Can't find a window. Damn, even opens up the door and it's steel. I don't know. I forgot. Let me see. It's really from Coco. They're lucky you don't take that Coco and show it directly right in his ass, really. But she's pissed. She wasn't so worried about her dad, she probably would. But she's drugged up a little bit too. He ain't let you to cooperate with us. Bullshit. Go to hell. What powers did her mom have? I don't remember. I don't remember if they talked about what her mom could do. Did the book talk about it? The book talk about what kind of powers her mom had? What is that? Smart machine doing these days? No, she's obviously not drugged up, not able to use her shit because she's blowing the hell out of this chocolate. Her powers are based on her emotions. If she gets pissed, is when that should happen. But she does have some power over it. And force the pills down his throat so he can't use his. But his is kind of like fries his brain. It's like every time he uses it, he gets a bad nosebleed and all kinds of shit, headache. She doesn't have any ill effects when she uses hers. That's why I was curious what her mom had. It's interesting how Firestarter is the main character. Superhero. But repaint the X-Men story around mom, superheroes and horror. Oh yeah, superheroes and horror is a good mixture, man. Like I mean, look at for instance here. Let's see, and where is that? Um, trying to find them. Oh, here we go. Like for instance, Brightburn. That's a great. That's a great horror superhero mixed movie, man. Brightburn kicks ass. A lot of people kind of took a shit on it, but I thought it was really good. What's your thoughts on Brightburn, Todd? Do you like Brightburn? I would like to see a sequel to it. New Mutants kind of did it too. I didn't think New Mutants was quite as bad as what people said either. I mean, it's not terrible. I don't remember it real well, but here he is starting the John the Orderly thing, try to win her over. Absolutely, Brightbird's cool as fuck, man. I I I love that Superman gone bad aspect of it because I mean, think about it, man. Like if we got Superman and Superman wasn't the Boy Scout, you know what I mean? If he had some psychological issues going on and you know what I mean, had a complex after what he could do. That's basically what it is you know, what if Superman was bad? What if Superman had issues going on? Really cool. What are examples of horror and horror and superhero do we got? Um see, do I have any of them? I have to somewhere. But where the mixtures come together. You know? Trying to think, man. Trying to think. I mean, where could they go with Brightburn from here? People always find something wrong with I don't know how many different things I've seen that I thought was pretty cool, and for some reason people always find something wrong with it. You just can't do it. There's too much drugs going on. There's too much shit in him. That 5 timestamp. Yeah. He's going to, he's going to perform, giving, you got to stop drugging him up so much. But at the same time, if you don't drug him so much, he's gonna, he, you know, his power is mind control. Do you know what the mom's power was, Todd? Do you remember? Do you know? Because I've never read the book. What was the Heather Locklear character's power? Not much of a reader. I mean, I've read some, but Firestarter's not one of them. That eye patch fits him so well. It's so him. He's like Snake Plissken. Snake Plissken was an old, battered, fucking, you sadistic motherfucker. He does a good job of coming in here and taking advantage of this little girl. Taking advantage, like he's afraid of the dark, and getting there and becoming friends with her, making her feel sorry for him, getting in there and becoming friends and shit with her. So she's lonely. She's not her dad. She's only one person she's really happy besides the mom is her dad. Why does he want at the end of it? Why does he want her? Why does he want to be the one to kill her? Why does he? He basically said he wants her body. You know, when they're done with her, when she can't. Why? What the fuck? I mean, what's up with that? What's his deal with that? That's definitely creepy. He's losing it. We're okay. I can't stand the dark. Kid, please. The dark. I can't stand it. Supposed to have some kind of PTSD with dark. Somebody was captured. Come out of the war. Oh, it's supposed to be like a Vietnam thing. Yeah. Terminated to eat spiders. Now, I wonder how much of this story is true. I wonder if he really had to do this. You know, he put, he's put his hand on her knee. You know what I mean? That's weird, man. See, see, if she could communicate with him, even though he doesn't know this guy, he could be like, trust this book. She's talking about the guy at the airport who got his feet on fire. The guy definitely deserves something. Minute 11 or hour, 1 hour, 11 and a half minutes. There's the lights back on. Just like he planned it. Give a hug. Nah. She thinks she's found a friend. John the orderly. How easy that was. Taking advantage of the youth and the naivety of the little kid. What a bastard. I love that stuffed animal. Anybody that's watching this, check out that fucking whatever that bird is, that stuffed animal there at the end of the bed. What do you call that? And enjoys that shit way too much. Oh my god, wood chips, so that's way too easy. It's when they realize that she is way too powerful for them. They already know that she's got the power, like I said earlier, like an atom bomb or some shit. That's easy. That ain't nothing. She ain't had to. She didn't have to pull her hair back much for that. Body temperature goes up too. That's something that I didn't remember. That not only does she start a fire, but her body temperature goes up, the room temperature goes up, heart rate races. I wonder if anybody else can feel that wind, when their hair is blowing and shit, or anybody else can feel that wind. Back off, back off. And Martin Sheen's just shit himself. He's just like, look at that. Like, oh my God. Get some water on fire. Crazy, man. Water's boiling. But that temperature in the room, though, wouldn't somebody be getting injured? I mean, that's awfully hot. And wouldn't skin be getting, just being in there? he's completely just tripping. Yeah, yeah. Now she expects reward. She wants to talk to her dad. Yeah, and if you do let her talk to him, he says, "Hey, burn these motherfuckers up." Which one of you men would like to go out to the little room? Everybody's like, "Not me." It's sad. They keep telling her, "Hey, if you do this, you can see your dad." And she's told her they can see her dad. People that it's all they have with each other in the whole world. No, they don't even have that. Ugh. Guess we need to start manipulating Martin Sheen here, acting like he's taking the medication. I wonder how long he's been doing that, because it's his only chance to be able to get the hell out of there. They don't plan on taking him off anywhere to do anything. They plan on taking him off to kill him. Oh, sure, you get your medication. No problem. It's coming down to it. Hi, baby. How you doing? My fiance's joined everybody. Better say hi to Gretchen. Please, 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 and thank you. You joined the Firestarter watch. I get everything taken care of and get married here as soon as we possibly can. I finish off my divorce and everything first. Yeah, it is. Get rid of that medicine so he can get his powers back, so he can get his daughter back. Meanwhile, George C. Scott's down here. John, the John Rainbird character. He's still buttering her up, riding horses and all this bullshit. How are you doing? You was asleep when I came in here and started doing this. You feel okay? My fiance just had a big surgery, so she's been kind of puny and not feeling so well. You take your medicine, you're feeling better? Put her out a few days ago. I spent the night with her in the hospital. She wouldn't have to be alone. Slept in one of those fold back chairs, right there beside her in the hospital bed. Wow, this is the brick wall. This is cool as fuck here. This is pretty cool scene. They do a really good job with the effects on this too. You still there, Todd? Fred, you there? You know this part with the big concrete wall, big cinder block wall. She's already got the hair flowing. She's gonna fuck this motherfucker up. Boom. Cool, cool. You know the cinder block scene, man. Get the little fist going. How tiny your little fists are. Definitely somebody you want. Charlie's definitely somebody you want on your side. You don't want to piss her off. And these guys are fucking crazy. I mean, they compare her to be able to, she could take care of a war all by herself. So you're gonna piss her off and take her for her dad, and come on. I don't want no part of that shit. It's just fucking dumb as hell. Look how ambitious Martin Sheen looks, man. He was a great job. Have you ever seen Martin Sheen do a bad job though? One of Hollywood's greatest actors ever. Before. Yeah, the cinder blocks. He caught cinder blocks on fire. By looking at them, fire. Yeah, they're just ablaze. The metal doors are fucking basically melting. That's my only that's my only deal with the whole thing is wouldn't it be damaging and hurting people's skin? I mean, wouldn't people be getting burnt? I mean, that's a lot of heat going on in there. Boom! I Yeah, So she tries to back it off by putting it in something cold or like water. And she put it in that ice, and all it did is just blow that fucking ice up too. Turn the ice into water immediately. Yeah, ice is not just a puddle of water that's boiling. Yeah, she takes it from there and puts it there. I want to see my father. Better do something. He bumps in. Hey, go tell her something. Fuck you, man. You tell her something. If you don't let me see him now, I'll make something happen. You hear me? I'll make something happen. Yeah, I hear you. He's practicing. That's a little something I didn't know. David Keith could do with his powers when I first seen this. How the way he's turning the channels and shit. I knew he could control, minds and stuff. I didn't know he could do that kind of thing. It's like I was saying earlier, what I mean. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I wish I could remember or knew what the mom could do to help explain what Charlie can do. I don't know if the book explained it or what, because the movie really doesn't tell you. I, I see. Those watching that don't know, I like to when I watch a movie, I like to think of things from a character standpoint, as if the characters, like see if the characters were real people. I like to think of it from that aspect. Like say these were all real motherfuckers, right? You think about it from that aspect, you know. So sometimes little stupid little things can make a little more sense. Put yourself in a place of certain different little people, especially when you're doing a watch. When you're doing a watch, you kind of got to get into it a little more like that. Especially when you're hosting one. When you're hosting one, you can't just sit there and what I mean. You kind of get into it, a little bit more, explain this, that, talk about this and that a little more, just to make it a little more entertaining for everybody. It's not easy to make a watch along entertaining. I always found most watch alongs to be pretty boring. Greet her. See, what does he plan on doing with her? Meet her. He'll greet her. He'll make her happy. He's the only one that can make her happy. And then when John feels that she's reached a moment of her greatest happiness, he will strike her across the bridge of her nose, breaking explosively. Now, why? Why? And what does he plan on doing? Why is he fascinated with this? It's a good point, Gore. Same way. Important to know the character, especially in a horror fantasy film. Around that makes it real right, man. Right. You know, you know, it's a movie, right? We know it's of course. You know what I mean? They're not that, we're not that delusional. But you know, that's what makes it fun. Especially when like I said, when you're hosting a watch along and you're talking to everybody and you're getting, you know what I mean, and you're getting into the film. Especially when you got great characters and you got great actors playing those characters. That's what makes it really interesting. Like right now, we're talking about a scene with Martin Sheen and George C. Scott. You can't get much cooler than that. Especially this character that George C. Scott's playing. An hour and 29 minutes, right? And Andy, the David Keith role, he's full power. He hasn't taken his best in a long time. And this is when he's getting ready to take over Martin Sheen. This is when shit's hitting the fan. It's getting ready to get really cool here. Yeah, I like to know John the Orderly plan. You know what his fascination, what his thing is with Charlie. He's kind of weird, a creepy old man for real. That's a cool power. That's a cool power. He's made him see a snake, and he wasn't holding the snake, but he was like, I guess picked it up from the bush. We to contact that. He's like, no, no, I can't contact that. He's like, so contact helicopter pilot and tell it you'll be coming along. No, I won't be coming. Yes, of course. It's kind of like the Jedi mind trick. You know what I mean? These, you know, these aren't the ones you're looking for. These aren't the ones we're looking for. He can move along. Move along. Move along. That's kind of what Andy does. David Keith role. He kind of uses the Jedi mind trick. These aren't the droids you're looking for. These aren't the droids we're looking for. He can move along. He can move along. Move along. That's fantastic. Yeah. He's got basically the head guy right there in his pocket. This is actually the strongest that you see Andy in this whole movie. He got the right to her. He's even got control of him when he's not with him. So he's pretty strong right now. He's got control of this motherfucker's mind, and when he's not even with him anymore. He's running around giving her notes and shit. He's not even in his presence. And oh my god! And here she's got to tell him the plan because she trusts him. Now they know they're all gonna meet in the barn. Oh, here they go. That's hungry. Supposed to meet at the, oh yeah, the Staples. Staples. And they're killing it right now. Got the hand back. He's getting ready to do it. Ooh, saved her ass. So she's gonna put his ass right there at Staples too. Got that. She got the eye patch stuff. The eye patch cool on hour and 34 minutes times. I love this part because she just goes ape shit crazy and fucks this place up. She makes this place just one big. I don't know. What would you call it? There we go. This poor guy really has nothing to do with anything. This Mark, man. He just decided to bring her in. Yeah, he didn't do anything. She's burned his hand and shit. And he's gonna pull out his gun and shit. Just get the fuck out of there, dude. Yeah, dumbass, get out of there, man. Yeah, right, you fucking idiot. You hadn't told me twice. I'd have been gone. Huh? Uh-oh. Nice little touch there, slow motion. As she's running toward her dad. Get the reunion going there. This is sad though. Just finding out. Just told her that she's with them, or John's with them. And he admitted it. Mixed up the truth a little. Man, she's betrayed. Poor kid. She never trusted anybody ever again. And she can't set everybody on fire because she don't want to burn up the horse, necromancer. But her anger is getting the better of her. I love that. Stuck right in a wall. His emotion, yeah, all her shit runs on emotion. Even the water coming out of the damn faucet was like steaming hot. And he was damn, oh, he's gonna shoot her. Oh, there goes Martin Sheen. Shot his ass right in the fucking forehead. Jump, jump. Finally got a clear shot. Finally seen his ass. Jump. Oh, oh, didn't get the gun away from him though. Oh man, got him good. Oh, uh-oh. He stops this bullet. This is great. Here we go. Here we go. Zzz, boom, blows up the bullet. That's fantastic. Ah, there goes John the Orderly. A ball of flames. Yeah, she's losing it now. This is it. From here on out, this is the yeah. A fire suit or anything to save anybody now. Because his dad's about to die. Kill anybody that gets in your way. I want you to do it. And he's given her permission to do it. Let them know that this is a war. Give her permission to go full out, to kick some ass. Do whatever you got to do. That is nasty. Oh, finish it off by saying, do it for me. Make it to where they can never do any of this again. Hour and 42 minutes. Burn it all down. Like I said before, she goes by the emotion. So she goes by the emotion. She's nastiest with that. And her dad just gave her permission. So all hell's about to break loose right now. There's going to be a lot of this. This part kind of reminds me of Carrie, when Carrie just fucking loses it and just decides, fuck this, I'm sick of it. See, Stephen King has got a thing about bullies in his stories, and he's got a thing about people, I mean, getting fed up with bullies and getting fed up with, people having power over you and getting revenge. He's got to think about that too. And she is about, oh man, here it goes. Boom! Caught the damn fire suits on fire. Nothing can save any of these people. Let the horses free and just fuck it up. Yeah, 'cause she's not gonna hurt the horses. She's gonna let them free. I don't know what these guys think they're gonna do. She's stopping bullets in midair. What do they think they're gonna do to her? If someone could stop a bullet in midair and then blow it up, yeah, yeah. That's the best idea, asshole. Run. That's your best chance. Just run. Just get the hell out of there. Uh-oh. Dr. Pinchot's doomed. Oh, and now she's throwing fireballs. Boom! Now she, yeah. Bullets are exploding right in front of her. almost like she's wearing some kind of armor, almost like she's got a force field around her. Now she's got fire going on the ground and like trailing after the people. And when it gets to them, what does it do? It's just like different trail. There's three guys ran all this way, and the trail of fire just followed them. More fireballs here they come. Yeah, it's just she's got this force field. Fireballs just exploding around her. Just like they're three guys, three fireballs. Boom. See ya. And I was real thinking you see the guy just kind of just fall. Like she's nastier than Carrie. It did Carrie a couple months back too. That was a fun one too. Carrie, I'm nostalgic as hell for Carrie. I love him. Almost a minute or almost an hour 47. She's even they're even exploding behind her. They were trying to shoot her from behind, and their bullets were still exploding behind her. You can't shoot her. You can't run her over the truck. You can't. I mean, what are you gonna do? Why there's people hiding here on the other side with these guns, still trying to shoot her, is beyond me, man. I mean, what the fuck are you doing? Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you stupid? All you're gonna get is a fireball. Hit your damn face. Blow up. Yep. Here you go. Here you go, dumbass. How about this? No, no. What do you think was gonna happen? You should have ran like the other dipshit. Fireball. Boom. It's sitting into the tree. Helicopter. Well, come on, man. Here's a fireball for the chopper, especially for the chopper. Make it a little bigger one, Charlie. Yeah. You go. I mean, really, I don't get the stupidity. Cheating is in the fireball there. She just blew it up. Boom. It was a nice pretty house too. Boom. Boom. Yeah, they didn't have a lot of money to spend on the film, but they did a really good job with the effects on this, man. Really good effect. Really, yeah, really nice job. The whole place is just ablaze, man. For you, Daddy. Yep, that's all it took. When he said, "Show him," you got my permission. That was it. They were due. And where did she go? She goes back to the farm with Art Carney, and Louise Fletcher. Of course, the characters are Irv and Norma Mander. Yeah, Irv and Norma Mander. Legendary Art Carney and Louise Fletcher. She's finally gonna get a chance to turn this into the the newspaper and hopefully get them to stop harassing her so she doesn't have to fuck people up anymore. So she can live her life. She's all alone. All she's got these two older people now. She don't got her daddy anymore, or mom, or anything. Poor kid. She had to show him what was up. Here we go. New York Times. I'm doing it, Daddy. Pretty kick-ass film. Hadn't seen that in quite a while, yo. Had a good time with it though. Pretty cool. If you get a chance, check out Firestarter. If you hadn't been watching it along with me, watch it. Pretty cool. All right, go through this. Hopefully everybody had fun. They had a good time with it. If you just now tune in or whatever, or this part or whatever, or if you just want to watch Firestarter, watch the rewatch or just plug it in or find it and watch it. But possibly, I'm thinking about doing a watch early in the morning. Called a Sunday wake up call. I'm thinking about doing the original Evil Dead in the morning. Maybe, quite possible. Other than that, Monday night. Let me see. Monday night, I'll be starting the Saw series. Monday night at 9:30. Tuesday, I will be. See, I had to write all this shit down, guys. Tuesday, I will be going to the American Werewolf in London. American Werewolf London. American Werewolf in New Jersey's channel, and we'll be talking about the Dawn of the Dead remake, where we hopefully will be joined by Eric from A&R. Also, like I said, next Friday we'll be doing. I'll be continuing it on Friday 13th. I'll be continuing to watch doing Friday the 13th Part 2. Earlier that night, I'll be joined by Eric, and we'll be doing some sort of thing celebrating Friday the 13th. Tuesday, a new episode of And Horror for All, where me and Nightwatch Zone will come out with some new horror news. We'll be discussing Evil Dead Rise and probably do Saw and stuff like that. But I got so much shit coming out, guys, that I'm losing it. Next Saturday, on the Stephen King, we'll be doing Cujo, a nice Cujo watch, like I said, with the legendary V. Wallace. Sometime in the future, I'm going to start the Alien series. Also, I wanted this is what I'm going to try to fit Frailty in there. Frailty is a kick-ass movie. Also, Angel, nice cult classic Angel. And talk about cult classics. Anyone who hasn't seen this movie, check it out. I'm going to do it sometime in the next few weeks. I Drink Your Blood, the cult classic of all cult classics. I love this film. It kicks ass. All right. Todd, thanks for coming in, man. I look forward to seeing a lot more of you. Had a lot of fun with you. Go back and check out Fridays or Teeth, some of the other ones, man. I have a lot of fun doing these, man. This kind of my bag, man. This is kind of what I do. Thanks again for joining me, everybody, for joining me. Much love to everybody. Everybody, take it easy. Have a great time. Have a kick-ass Saturday. Again, I am Gorophobe, and you guys are not. Have a great time.